What's up guys, how's it going? It's John, Gamester81. Thank you so much for tuning in. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at a game for the N64 in its library that's very unique and very rare. It's called Japan Pro Golf Tour 64. The reason why it's so rare is because it came out for the Nintendo 64 disk drive, or what a lot of people refer to as simply the Nintendo 64DD, or what I call it, Double D. What? Anyway, so this is a really unique cartridge. Obviously, it's a unique system. Only 9 games came out in the library during the 2-year lifespan of the Nintendo 64 disk drive. It was a huge failure on Nintendo's part. It only came out in Japan through a third-party company called RandNet. It was a mail order company where you can purchase games. You actually play online, which is unique. This is the only game in its library that came out where actually you can play other people playing golf online, which is awesome. There's a series of games called Mario Artist that also came out for the Nintendo 64 disk drive. That is really the spiritual successor to Mario Paint, which I love for the Super Nintendo, of course. And people can actually share files and that through the online. What's unique about these disk drives, they look like this, these disks. They're rewritable. They only hold about 64 megabytes of memory, which is the same as a cartridge. They're easier to produce than a cartridge, though. Much quicker production time. An average cartridge, for example, would take 10 to 12 weeks to produce. This was much more streamlined. They didn't want to go with a CD at the time, because this is pre-CD for Nintendo, if you recall. This is before the GameCube or any of that. And it's proprietary. It was a huge failure. Only like 15,000 of these were ever made. So it did work far worse than even the Virtual Boys. Because of that, this is a very sought-after system, sought-after game. And if you ever looked at the bottom of your N64, you'll see that there's actually a plate here. There's actually a lid you can actually take off. I always wondered as a kid why that was on there. Simply for things like this. The Nintendo 64 disk drive was delayed for years. I remember seeing an ad in Nintendo Power back in the day for a new Zelda game for it, and that was going to come out in the States. Never did, unfortunately. Nintendo pulled the plug. Very cool unit. I love the fact, real quick, and I don't want to do a review on the system itself necessarily because I've already done videos on that. But for those who didn't see that review, this thing actually takes the power from the system, not from, there's no external power source, which is unique. And that's nice because you can actually play this on your North American or your PAL N64, which is awesome. Well, if you don't have an N64 disk drive and you want to play games, I recommend the best place, I'm going to share you a secret with you guys, the best place to do that, the best way to do that would be to purchase an Ultra EverDrive 64. And I'm not trying to promote this out or shout out, but it's a very cool cartridge because it's basically an EverDrive. It's a flash cartridge for the Nintendo 64 disk drive, and you can actually load Nintendo 64 disc DD games right onto it. You can play it on the system without a disk drive. And it's not emulating because it's playing through the system, so there's no emulation. Kind of unique. So without any further ado, let's check out Japan Pro Golf Tour 64. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for subscribing. That means the world to me. Thank you for liking this video. I really appreciate leaving a comment as well. That's awesome. And let's take a closer look. One thing about the disk drive that's really nice compared to CD format is it's very quick. There's no loading time. And I just want to show you the intro here because the music is awesome. It really showcases the graphical capability of the N64. So let's take a listen briefly. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, and there's a lot of golf games for Nintendo systems. I mean, it seems like golf and Nintendo are kind of like peanut butter and jelly. They go hand in hand when it comes in for games anyway. I remember playing NES Open for the Nintendo NES, and that's one of my favorite golf games even today. But even throughout the games, there's Mario Golf, but this one really stands out because of what you can do, and the customization in this game is really amazing. So let's go and skip through the menu here, and there's a whole bunch of options. There's data, you can configure. Now the menu is all in Japanese, so unless you speak Japanese, it's really confusing to get around. You see the net there at the very bottom. That's where you can actually go online and play others. Obviously, I'm not connected to online right now, so I'm unable to do that. You can play 2 players. You can play 1 player versus computer. I'll play both players here. And these options, I'm not quite sure what these options mean. I'm not sure if it's difficulty. I'm not sure if it's time of day. I think it's probably some type of difficulty. We'll click the egg here, and this is kind of where you can customize your character. So there's 4 different default characters. That one kind of looks like Tiger Woods. This one right here, I'm sure that's a coincidence. There are 9 courses altogether, very unique. And again, graphically, this game looks really amazing on the N64. Let's go ahead and pick one. this one. Now, first and foremost, guys, I am not great at this game, and I'll just gonna tell you right now. In fact, I'm probably as good as this game as I am in real life golfing. I'm terrible, but you can see right there, no load time at all. You can place the pin. You can decide where you want to place a pin. Once you place a pin, you can decide where you want to view it, how far you want to go. It automatically selects the best club for you in your certain situation. You can determine where you want to hit the ball, if you slice it, or go to the right or left. And the swing is kind of interesting. You push down on the analog stick and up and down kind of real quickly. And depending, I just scooped up there, but depending on how quickly you do it and how accurate you do it, it'll depend on how powerful you hit the ball. So there's a lot of customization, and obviously I didn't do very well there. Okay, here's the second gear. I'm going to try, hopefully do a little better at this shot here. You can even decide, you can pick where you want to stand, which is cool, kind of unique to a lot of golf games during the time. Obviously you want to try to get a full swing here. A better shot, but obviously not ideal. I'm on the deep grass here. Longest record shot because this is the first game in this data file, so that's why it's saying that. Once you're in the woods, it's definitely kind of tricky. I've never been a huge fan of playing golf in person, but for some reason I really enjoy playing golf video games. Obviously Golden Tee is one of the classics and still around today in the arcade, and I remember playing Lynx, the golf games for the PC back in the day as well. I really wish this game came out in North America at the time, because I think this is probably one of the better golf games on the system, in my personal opinion. So that wasn't too bad of a shot. I had an open field shot there. Let's see if I can hit it from the bottom here and make it bite a little bit and see. You also see the power. Ugh. Veered off to the left. Brutal. I gotta aim it right so I don't hit this tree right away. One thing I'm really impressed with this game is just the music. It's kind of reminds me of like music you listen to at the dentist's office, but it actually really fits the game mood. It's very, very classic music. It showcases, again, the audio quality of the N64. It's really disappointing that the 64 disc drive didn't come out in North America or any other part other than Japan. I really wish Nintendo gave a little bit more support. Unfortunately, that's not the case. All right, that's a good shot. There we go. There we go. Now I'm talking. Nice. Right by the pin. That's perfect. That's how Tiger would do it for sure. The old Tiger, anyway. All right, let's see how I do here. Right in the middle. Okay, not a bad shot. A little over. Not a bad shot. I'll skip ahead a little bit until I'm getting closer to the green. Here we go. There we are on the green. Finally, after so many shots. It's crazy. You can see it kind of shows you the slant, which is nice, like a lot of later golf games would show you. Works similar, golfing similar in hitting style as it would be for just some major swings. Again, you're using your analog stick, and depending on if you do up or down, how straight you are, and how fast you go, it really depends on how well you hit the ball. And actually, it takes a little bit getting used to, but once you get used to it, actually, it feels like you have pretty good control on how well you do in the game. It's just overshot it by quite a bit. We'll get there eventually here. There's even times when I was trying to learn this game, how to play it, and I would even whiff at the ball completely. So the learning curve for this golf game is pretty steep. Here we go. Ah, so close. So close. And this is pretty accurate to how I play golf in real life. I am absolutely terrible. I think I'm like 4 or 5 over par at this point. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think of this game. Please subscribe. Please leave a comment, like this video, share it. That's awesome. You guys rock. We'll see you guys soon. Take care. And of course, game on. Thanks.